And in Orange County, an X-ray technician has died after getting his second dose of the Pfizer vaccine. According to the OC Register, 60-year-old Tim Cook had an adverse reaction within just hours of getting that second shot, and he died within a matter of days.
We're learning more tonight about the mysterious death of a man who died just hours after getting the COVID-19 vaccine.
A local woman says her mother died 2 days ago after receiving the Johnson & Johnson vaccine.
And now she believes the dose is what caused her mother's sudden death.
State health officials are investigating after an elderly man dies shortly after receiving a COVID vaccine.
Last month, a Tennessee woman who was left partially paralyzed after getting her second dose of the Pfizer vaccine is up and walking again.
Only 11 spoke with a local woman who says she lost feeling in much of her body just hours after getting Pfizer's COVID-19 vaccine.
The Orange County Coroner's Office is investigating the death of a woman who passed away several days after getting her second Moderna vaccine. The family says the mother and grandmother was healthy before she got her shot and that her sudden death came as a shock.
And it was the scariest thing in the world to go to sleep completely fine, walking, to wake up at 1:30 in the morning and not be able to move at all.
We'll begin tonight, though, with a West Michigan mother's death 11 days after receiving the Johnson & Johnson vaccine.
States all around the nation now, including here in the Commonwealth, putting a pause on the Johnson & Johnson vaccine.
This comes after reports of a possible rare disorder, including blood clots found in 6 women. 1 died. And we are following breaking news tonight. We have just learned the death of a Virginia woman is linked from the Virginia Department of Health.
Concerns around the safety of the AstraZeneca vaccine have been realised here in Australia, with medical experts confirming the death of a Central Coast woman is likely linked to the jab.
The Facebook picture that captured Augusta Turiaco's delight at getting a COVID vaccine. The 55-year-old Italian posting "Fatto, done" on March the 11th. Despite developing a headache and feeling unwell afterwards, she returned to her work as a music teacher. Posting again to reassure friends, saying everything will be all right. Sadly, it was not to be. Her condition worsened, she fell into a coma and died 19 days after having the AstraZeneca injection.
A national panel to monitor adverse effects following immunization is set to re-examine the cause of deaths reported from individuals who passed away soon after taking the COVID-19 shots, amid concerns that adequate investigations in these fatalities may not have been carried out. So far, 10 people have died in India within 1 to 5 days after getting the jabs.
The sudden death of a former Detroit anchor and media executive brought loved ones and colleagues together today.
The Detroit media icon was found dead at her home last Tuesday by her husband just 1 day after taking the COVID-19 vaccine, but the official cause of her death is still unknown.
A volunteer in the trial of the COVID-19 vaccine being developed by AstraZeneca and Oxford University has died in Brazil. Brazil's health authority said on Wednesday that although the volunteer had died, the trial would continue.
Right now at 5:30, how safe is the Pfizer COVID vaccine? We are investigating the death of a South Florida doctor who passed away 2 weeks after getting his shot.
Well, it made headlines for all the wrong reasons, didn't it? But authorities in Norway are investigating the deaths of at least 33 elderly Norwegians who received Pfizer's COVID-19 vaccine.
It's dealt a blow to community confidence with concerns raised around the vaccine safety.
So last week, right here at 5 o'clock, we told you about those so-called breakthrough cases. It's when fully vaccinated people contract COVID more than 14 days after their second shot.
The nation's top doc, Dr. Anthony Fauci, said he is taking these cases very seriously. And as Lewis Bolden reports, the cases are popping up around the country, and there are many breakthrough cases right here in Central Florida.
This morning, the CDC is reviewing several dozen reports that teenagers and young adults may have developed a heart condition after getting vaccinated against COVID-19.
I got the Johnson & Johnson vaccine yesterday. Nobody knows if this is the reason that all this stuff is going on, but started with chest pain, paralysis on my left side. I was rushed over via ambulance to Baylor, Dallas, where I have had numerous scans done. I have had about 8 seizures in the last 2 days. Never had a seizure before. They did find a 3-millimeter brain aneurysm.
Blood clot.
The therapy team wasn't sure if she'd walk again.
She said, I need you to wrap your brain around where you are. I said, first of all, I have a lot of people praying. And second of all, I will work really, really hard.
Happy, smiling, always, telling me she loves me.
The day after her second shot on April 14th at a CVS in Orange, Griselda complained of the expected side effects, chills, body aches, and a fever.
She looked really pale though, really pale. And she just said she was tired and she was gonna go home and sleep.
2 days after her second dose, Griselda's family says they found her dead in her room.
This was rushed just so fast.
Hearing of a person dying, though, hours after being vaccinated, does leave Brittany uneasy.
But now I think it's definitely something I probably should put more research into.
Little is known about the person who died in Placer County, their age, gender, what vaccine they received, and if they had any underlying health conditions. But the Placer County Sheriff's Office says the person tested positive for COVID-19 in late December and was vaccinated January 21st and died several hours later.
Her family also told me doctors at Allegheny General Hospital ran every test you can imagine, but still don't know why a perfectly healthy 33-year-old mother is basically paralyzed from the chest down just hours after getting the Pfizer vaccine.
Tonight. Take the vaccine, please.
That's the message tonight from Kyle Zook, even after his dad died 4 days after getting his second shot of Pfizer vaccine. The cause of his sudden death still not known tonight.
Within a couple hours, he just couldn't breathe on his own. He had stomach problems. He was complaining that he wasn't feeling good. And by the time he clocked out, he couldn't breathe at all. Take the vaccine.